morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing? My name is Demulius. It's time for some M&B Bannerlord. So, last stream, I'm fairly sure we started out fighting the Asterai, and then we got into a war with Sturgia right after. So, currently we're only fighting the Sturgians. And where we left off last time, I was trying to hunt down some northern or sorry southern empire lords because they have a whole bunch of lords who do not have any fiefs, and you can typically persuade those to join your faction. That said, I can't find their clan leaders, and you need to talk to the clan leaders to actually persuade them to join you, so that is kind of an issue. So the only thing that I can still think of is they got two castles over here. Maybe we can see if they are located around the castles, and if they're not, I have no clue where the hell they are. And I'm also not gonna keep looking for them. Now the Aserai also have a bunch of clans that still need. So this one, for example, do not have any fiefs. And I think there was another. I think they had two clans in total. I think this is the other one. Yeah, this is the other one. They also do not have any fiefs. That said, yeah, I kind of killed this clan leaders and pretty much their entire family. I don't think she really likes me, so I don't know if we can actually persuade that one to join us, but God knows we're gonna try. Um, so our armies are currently trying to take this castle. I think this army is on the way to take that castle as well. And when the war started, Sturgia had 5 castles and 5 towns. I think now they still have their 5 towns, and they have 2 castles left, and one of those we are sieging. So their situation doesn't really look good. They kind of have the same problem that the Esrai did, in that I killed a lot of their lords. So both the Sturgians and the Esrai are kind of easy targets for us at the moment. They're kind of sitting ducks, and they have a lot of territory that we can take off their hands. But I think because the AI doesn't really actively recruit lords, I think that's kind of up to us to do at the moment. Now we have over 850k, so we should be able to persuade a clan to join us. I don't think we got enough money to buy 2 of them though. At the end of last stream, there was a tournament over here as well, and the few tournaments that we did before that, we tried to get a crowned helmet. So we couldn't get the crowned helmet to drop. So naturally, once I stopped streaming, we got the crowned helmet to drop over here in like the third attempt or something like that. Now I already did the tournament off screen, so we can just get started right away today with finding those lords that we want to persuade to join us. Um, Erosion. I can take a look at some of these people around along the way. Of the what is this one? Okay, this is not the correct one. So the other one was. This should be the good one. Okay. Oh, he is part of one of the clans that we want to make us join. We're looking for Meritor. I don't suppose there's a Meritor on screen. I don't think so. Nope. Okay. A Meritor is one of the people we're looking for. Let's see. Where's that castle? Okay, we got a bunch of people over here. Our villagers. Zeno. Cadomenos. Taros. Uh, let's try looking for the first one. Zeno. Oh, that is a clan leader, but they have a fief, so they have this castle probably, or the other one. What is this one? Cadomenos. Let's see if we can find that one. Uh, I don't know if this is the right one. It is the Southern Empire, but and part of a clan that doesn't really have one, Alibitos. Or we can also take a look and see if this one is. No, this is Western Empire. So this was the right one, at least from the right clan. And Abilitos is Tassos. I think they had like 3 or 4 clans that did not have any thieves. Canis. Okay. Well, let's keep looking. Maybe we'll find some people. Is this one? This is Columbia? No. Clan leader is called Zeno. Okay, so they don't seem to be here. Tados, is that one? Honestly, I'm just checking all of the lords that are in this area. Canis. Oh wait, do you know what I completely forgot to check? If there's someone in the castle. So there are no parties here, but sometimes. Abilitos, wasn't that one of the people we were looking for?
I?
I kind of. A lot of these names are kind of similar to me. So Abilitos. Okay, that's weird. I can't start with a capital letter. That's weird. Yeah, this is very weird. It wouldn't let me start with a capital letter. Either that or my shift key is not working. Okay, I don't know what the hell is going on here. We'll just talk to the guy if we can actually catch him.
If you please, stop there. I would
Yep.
ask you for your name.
Okay, so he is an Archon. So he was indeed one of the lords who we were looking for. The clan, they're currently poor. I mean, yeah, they don't have any thieves, so that adds up. Alright, let's drop a save, because the persuasion system is garbage. And we do want it to succeed. So, let's see, where is that one? Good lords, there we go. Abilitos. Oh. Does he actually like us or not? Oh, he's passed the 1. Yay! He doesn't hate us, so that's something. Stop 1 is the highest. I love how this is just a flat out lie, because we have a negative honor rating. But because we have charm, this apparently works. Oh, in fact, it's a critical success. Okay, okay. I can't argue with that. Well, you could, and you would be wise to, but you know. See, ever violate your oath to you, it absolves you of your duty to. Alright, well, that was surprisingly easy. Here you go, have some money. Alright, well, we got the clan we were looking for, so, or at least a clan we were looking for. Do we want to keep pushing, or rather start? Wait, where the hell did the army go? Uh, okay, we're missing an army. Huh. Okay, not sure what happened there, but they're now going for Varchek. Okay. It's probably a good idea if I return to friendly lines so we can intercept some random lords patrolling around the area, because armies don't really typically only go after other armies, or if they want to defend or attack something, they don't really chase down other enemy lords. Oh, hey, what's this? Oh, it's a caravan. Okay. Oh, we come past this place. There is no tournament here. We don't really got the cash left to actually buy anything, so why don't we just keep on the road actually? On the road again. Well, I could totally intercept this caravan if I wanted to, but I don't care. Hey, hold on. I will go toward. Is it just me though, or is the game not making any music? I will crash this hideout though, considering we got a whole bunch of low level family members with us, and they need to get experience at some point, right? So let's tell everybody to use their ranged weapons and charge. They don't want to get too many of the kills, because the reason why we're taking them is because the other people kind of need to get the experience. Why does he have a sling? I thought they had javelins, but guess not. Rude. They have a fucking arrow. I think I toned down the volume of the audio, but I think I the music. No, the volume is not that low. Huh. Okay, that's weird. But there should be music playing, I'm fairly sure, because we're in combat. But maybe the game is drunk. I don't know. He didn't stand much of a chance, did he? Okay, we're not doing any lethal damage. We're just pushing them back a little bit with the shield, so the rest of our teammates can get the killing blows, and also not get hit themselves. We didn't lose anyone yet. I want to keep it that way. No, bad. Okay, we're gonna wait for the guys all the way back there. We're waiting for one. Guess mounted archer. Brain is a foot archer. Arianis, on the other hand, is a horse archer. No, stop that. There we go. Good job, guys. Right, we'll take care of the boss. Ow. Rude. I do love how he hit me and it barely does any damage. Because our gear is just that good and we have a shit ton of health. I think we have like 160 health or something like that. Weird that the music isn't picking back up though. There is another hideout further down the road. Let's also close that one. So it should give our characters some chance to level up their combat skills. Before we continue though. Outlings. Honor assault. Let's see if everybody's mostly back to full health. Yeah, let's do another assault. Another two. Give 2 sea raider warriors. Let's keep everybody close to the action though. So our archers aren't constantly lagging behind. Same story, let's wait till the archers caught up again. I'm not quite sure why the audio is not doing anything on the game. Let me check if it's just the volume music. No, it's not. Okay. Then I don't know what's going on. Let those archers over there catch up. Yeah, you guys are here? Okay, let's go. I am happy that my issues with my keyboard at the very least are resolved, so that's good. And I'm not quite sure why they're resolved either. It just kind of problems I had with the keyboard just kind of disappeared. Ow. let's find the boss. Is he seriously just trying to throw javelins at me? Okay, well, his funeral. Okay, the music is still not picking up. So what I'm gonna try to do is drop a save here and go to the main menu, because that seems to always make the music pick up again at least. Alright, let's see how that works. There we go. Okay, so there's some music again. Goody goody good. Let's make our way over there. Gotta go fast. What I do think is kind of interesting that if you do the main quest with the dragon banner and stuff, it actually gives you a way to win the game without conquering the entirety of the world, but it's just relies on basically either being the empire and growing to a certain size or beating the empire. And I, uh, I thought it was kind of interesting because I thought the only way you could really win finger quotes the game was by through world domination. What do we got here? Una's given birth. Very nice. So our first grandchild is born. Whoop whoop. Ooh, there's a lot of bandits over here. So maybe a bandit hideout? Question mark. Otherwise, we got some looters to fight. Let's give Una a little bit more. Wait, who is this? Oh, right, that's our new guy. I forgot what kind of weapon I've given him. I thought I gave him a sword and board. We kind of have to go to our stash to actually properly equip him. But I'm thinking of just sending in our shock troopers and giving them a chance to get some experience. This, I think it was Una was the one that was among them. Okay, they got a hillman in there now. Let's see, why don't I see her? Oh wait, there she is. Yeah, because her athletics skill is very fucking low. And we've obviously given her good armor, but that armor weighs something. So. Alright. Excuse you. That weighs something. So I think she started with like a 0 skill in a lot of her stats, so she needs to raise those skills. There we go. But that wasn't the last one yet. Oh wait, there's another one. No escape. I say as I completely whiff my attack. There we go. Alright, well, looters are not exactly not to crack down, so. Oh, the ground is to here. I don't think any of ours died though. On the other hand, giving even your enemies a proper burial is probably, you know, decent thing to do. Don't want those corpses to stink out the place and all that. So let's quickly make a pit stop over at our stash because we got a bunch of people. We got a new army. Did we get Varchek? No, we did not get Varchek. I think the armies keep falling apart before they actually achieve something. That's kind of my guess. Because that army that we had earlier, I think it was 2.1k. That should be enough to actually capture a city, right? Is this our stash? Yeah, because I was not really paying that much attention. Yeah, we have geared. Yeah, we have geared you up. This is the new guy. So let's give him some armor, shall we? He is an Imperial though. So do we want to give him Imperial style gear, or do we? Because we got some other people in our parties, which like Alain, for example. I think he's Vlanian, if I remember correctly. So we gave him some Vlanian style armor, and this guy here was also an Imperial, so we also give him Imperial style armor. You know what? Why not? Let's do that. Let's first get some of our stuff in storage here. Picked up some nice armor pieces. Do we want to give him this lordly cape? Honestly, though, I don't think we have a other high tier cape, so let's give it to him. This is just a change for a cloak; it's not special. If we're going for style, we'll give him the decorated mail mittens. Yeah, the rest of this is garbage. Okay. Anything in here that we want to keep? Nope, this is all garbage. Okay. Oh yeah, we did pick up a Menaflion. I don't know if I pronounced that properly, because I think those weapons are just really fucking cool. They're very good, and yeah, I figured it would be nice to have one on hand in case I want to play around with them a little bit. Currently, none of my combat stats on my main character can actually grow, so we're just gonna go with things that are efficient. Now, back to this guy. We were gearing him up. Let's give him a jeweled helmet. Can't find it. Oh, it's further down. Okay, hold on. Imperial jeweled helmet. There we go. Which I think is a very nice looking helmet. So we can get the Warlord helmet back into our stash. What kind of armor do we want to give him? I think we got some lamellar for him. Let's see. With mail skirts is for mounted ones, and I think wait this is oh, we only got this one. Okay. Well, let's give it to him then, because that is still a very good good chest piece. Decorated. Do we have high quality decorated gloves? I think so. I think we only got normal decorated ones. We do got lordly decorated boots though, so we'll give those to him. Now we've basically just given these things to him, considering that's what we had on hand. Let's take a look. I think he was good with all weapons though. The butcher, was he, right? Yeah, he's good with all weapons. So what we can do is give him a Falx. The only thing with a Falx though is it can be used one-handed and two-handed, but unless they lose their shield, they're gonna use it one-handed. So maybe we don't want to give him a Falx. Unless we want to give him a Falx and not give him a shield, that's also possible. We still got. We can give him some throwing weapons. He is very good with one-hand weapons. If I remember correctly, though, the reason why we wanted to recruit him is in case we get another Imperial style settlement and we need a governor. Now, because I think his combat sets are perfectly fine, right? We don't have to invest any more in that, but more points in Steward, for example, more points in Leadership, both of those are things we want to do. Mm. We definitely want these two at the very least if we want to turn him into a good governor. Over here we have well strapped that we want, because the higher the loyalty, the better the better, obviously. And suppressing those wages is also something we kind of want to do. Right. Yeah, I do think we want him with sword and board and some throwing weapons. I think that's fine. Let's take a look at his weapon though. If he actually has a good weapon for sword and boarding. It is 102 reach, which it's not cavalry sword size, but it is, I would say, kind of on the long end. How fast is it though? Okay, it is very fast, probably because it's a legendary quality. So I think this sword should be just fine. How does the shield look? Yeah, that's a small cavalry shield. We probably want something a little bit bigger for him then. Let's see. A nice round shield maybe. Thick tribal step shield. How big is that one? It's kind of on the small end for people on foot. It would be good for mounted ones, I feel. Round step shield. Oh, I think that's the same one actually. Can also give him a header shield, heater shield. I think it's heater. Yeah, heater. And let's give him 2 sets of javelins. I kind of like. On one hand, I kind of like. Let's see, balanced, drop blade. On one hand, I kind of like throwing axes. On the other hand, I think compared to javelins, they are just straight up bores in this edition of the game. And I also noticed that overall with my own throwing weapons, I very rarely do more than 100 damage with these things. And I'm not counting hitting looters, right? Because looters don't have armor, so not exactly a good metric. But I feel like we just simply do not do any meaningful damage with throwing axes. And I think we want to go back to javelins. Let's see, what is the best thing we got here? That's legendary hooked javelin. I mean, it's already 50 more damage than the throwing axe, right? And that you can typically throw them at a much longer distance as well. Hook javelin and a large bag of javelins. There we go. Because of our perks, we should have a lot more of those javelins whenever we get into the field. Because if we start on horseback, I think we get like 2 per stack more. I think we have some other perks that also give us more per stack. And I just realized I haven't given him his civilian kit yet. We have given him a good sword. That is fine. We just need to give him some armor as well. So he has the same style as the rest of our clan does. Where's that thick brigandine? I love how this armor is actually, compared to some faction armors, even better than what some troops have, which is kind of funny. Some Fiam bracers, and we don't really have any one set of good boots for our civilian kit, unfortunately. I think suede boots are the best ones for those, but we need to travel to Kuze territory, and that's just constantly a little bit out of our way, you know? Let's recruit some of our prisoners. Leave them here in the garrison if we have to. Wait, these are looters. I kind of don't want to. Oh, well, too late now. Okay. Garrison, how many can we leave behind still? 19. Yeah, that's we got 12 that we want to leave behind here. So, or we need to leave behind here to stay within our what's it called? The size of our party. And honestly, we're gonna be using these bandit troops at some point, right? Because we reached a point in the game where the first, shall we say, wave of the next generation of our clan is reaching adulthood, and where we wanted to turn a few of those into party leaders. If we give them bandit troops, that will also raise their roguery. Wrecker. This is not a elite pike yet, so he can stick with us a little bit longer. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's keep it like that. Do we want to toss a few more of these guys in prison? Let's take a look. Our prison is about reaching about the size where we can. That's actually not. I do want to keep these elite troops here. I think I'm just gonna toss the highest level of prisoners that we have in prison here. Forest bandits for, yeah. Also the highest tier of bandit troops. And I think we are just going to take away a whole bunch of these prisoners here, because I think we're over capacity now. We are, yeah, we're 7 over capacity, which is, I mean, it is over capacity, so we're just going to, let's keep like, I don't know, 50 looters here in prison, I guess. Because sometimes we have quests where they need us to recruit looters and hand them over towards the people in town, because they need cheap labor, I guess. Mind you, it's the gang leaders that give us those quests, right? Can we see if there is a quest over here? So it might be that we have one of those quests available over there. I think you usually have to hand over like 15, I think, if I remember correctly. Let's also go over our things that we're carrying with us. Are we hurting? We are not. That is good. We do got a banner that we want to leave in our stash. We got some chainmail armor in case we want to equip someone with a nice horse. I think everything else in this armor segment we can probably sell. Yeah, we can. And I think this was all junk as well. Yep, yeah, we got that from those bandits and from those looters. And all of this in here we can melt down. Yes, yes, yes. We got a lot of iron with us. Yeah, we got some iron and some wrought iron. We're gonna take a little bit more with us, so we can actually toss that into our smithing. How much iron do? Oh, we actually got a shit ton of it. Okay, we're going to ensure that our, because honestly, we are earning a nice dime. Wait, what was that? I thought it was something about someone leaving from a castle. What? Did I leave too many people in the garrison? Hold on. Remtorka. Yeah, I did. I did. Shit, I did not pay attention to that. That was my bad. Let's see what this quest is. Yeah, like I said earlier, sometimes they have a quest that they need recruits, and this is one of them. So, you need help. Let's see, what do you want? Oh, we got a whole bunch that we currently can recruit, so we're gonna do that. Boop. I know we're over limit because we're immediately gonna hand these over. So, looters, here you go. Do we want brigands and hillmen? I think we need 15, right? So why don't we just do it like that, and that we should be immediately done, I think. Or not? Huh? Hold on. Oh, she needs one more. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll hand one over, one more. Because we had a hillman, or a brigand as well. There you go. Well, glad to make you to be at your service. I don't know if we can make it back in time to our castle to get rid of that one troop before he deserts. I mean, I guess we're gonna try, but What I always hate about that is I don't think you can actually. I don't know if there's like a guarantee, like the lowest tier is gonna leave or is the highest tier gonna leave. I don't know if there's like a system for that or not. Let's go to the warehouse because we got some iron that we want to leave. Why don't we just leave behind the iron though? Because I did notice that we don't have a lot of wrought iron and crude iron in our stash, so maybe we want to hold on to that a little bit longer. Let's quickly run to our castle. Maybe we can make it in time. Yes, I think we did make it in time. Very good. Okay, so yeah, they have one too many troops here. There we go. Problem solved. Freebooters were one tier away from being forest bandits. Let's take this one along with us because now we actually got some space in our main party. Bushwhackers also, I think. We even got a bunch of looters here still. Yeah, most of these are top tier troops though. Even if they're top tier bandit troops, that's still top tier troops. So we got some more. We can actually leave these Oathsworn behind. There we go. So we now got 50 Oathsworn. Oh, and never mind. That brought us over our limit again. Let's see here. Let's take these looters. Okay, we are within our limit, and they are not auto-recruiting. So that should be good. That said, I do think we probably want to move some of these guys to a different location. I do say that, but I'm not quite sure which location has more wage suppression, if that's our town or our castle. So we'll have to take a look at that. So hold on, this is Remtoil Castle. I think if you hover over this, you can see how much of the wages are suppressed. So the base is like, I think we're only paying 10% of the total wages over here, which is kind of insane when you think about it. And let's see how that is over at Legata. A lot more than half. A lot more than 10%, I can tell you that much. Okay, maybe we do want to leave them over here then. Because, yeah, these garrison wages are massively suppressed. And I do think that's a little bit funny. I know it's a game mechanic. But I do think that historically it was kind of the opposite way, right? So if people were part of a garrison, they actually had more benefits than than having their wages suppressed, right? So because they had, roof and board, food, stuff like that. I think they got more wages because they were doing something very vital for whatever kingdom they were a part of. We got an army at the moment. We do have one that is near Flintalk. How many is that? Almost 1600. Flintalk should, yeah, it's over here. I think they're gathering. So maybe we want to help a little bit with coordinating the attack on that. Is that a hideout? That is indeed a hideout, yes. Okay, we want to take care of that soon-ish. What I'm thinking is once we're done dicking about over here, we gather an army and we do the sieging ourselves, because the AI seems to have some problems with that. So is it just me or... Oh no, shoot the castle. Now I thought something changed, that the Empire had taken some Sturgian territory, but that I saw that incorrectly. Oh, let's see. Still need to melt some stuff down. We are not. Yeah, we're not hurting. We're going to leave some of this stuff behind. Okay. How's our food situation looking? We got plenty of grain, we got a decent amount of fish, and we got some meat. Well, it's at least a little bit of food variety. It's not a massive amount, but it's better than nothing. Let's see. How does our loyalty here look like? 63. Okay. Okay. That is pretty damn good. Yeah. The reason why we get -1 is because Bolat is the governor here, because he has a lot of perks that help us with suppressing those wages. And I do feel that's one of the best ways you can actually keep your armies to a decent size by just having those perks, right? Let me quickly check if everybody has the civilian gear that they need. I do think so. As far as I can tell, we do. Yeah. Okay. And I think the only one who was still lacking some armor was the guy who would just equip the butcher. This guy. Oh, he does look very fancy with his gear, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. Well, we do gonna make it, worth their while if they work for us. So I'd say we're doing a good job on that. Let's take another look at the garrison. So there's two space that they got. So if I remember correctly, these were. Oh, okay. The javelin. I thought they were horse archers, but they're not. Yeah, those are the. I think these guys were part of the desert bandits, the Harami, and the steppe bandits are the horse archer bandits. Yeah, okay, we got plenty of bandit troops here in case we want to level up our faction lead, our faction parties. I do have to quickly go to the toilet. Once we're done that, though, we are going to take care of this hideout, and we're going to take a look and see if we can take ourselves a little town here or not. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Okay, so we are done. The castle. We do still have prisoners, I think. Yeah, because I forgot to go past the ransom broker with them. So let's see. Do we actually want to keep some of these? Let's first take a look. We'll see what we have in our dungeon, shall we? For example, the lowest tier of oh, that's Hillman. Lowest tier of mountain bandits. You can get these in very large numbers quite easily, to be honest. Same goes for looters, if I'm also very honest. But I do feel that they make for good troops for our what's it called, for our parties, because they turn into highwaymen, which are javelin cavalry. And they have a decent spear, and they have a nice sidearm. Now they're not as good cavalry as, like, I don't know, Flandrian cavalry, Imperial cavalry. They're not as good cavalry as faction troops, but they're still quite decent. And them being easier to get in decent numbers is part of the charm, in my opinion. Brigands are one tier away, so let's leave the brigands in our castle. We're gonna turn these hillmen over to the ransom broker. Let's see. Freebooters are one tier away from being forest bandits. Hold on. Okay, yeah, we're still way under our capacity. Very good. Bushwhackers. If I remember correctly, bushwhackers were the lowest tier of forest bandits. Yeah, they are. So they're like tier 2 troops, I think. Tier 2 troops, yeah. Why don't we just do it like this? We turn the lowest tier bandits, excluding looters, because we need those for those quests. We turn those into the ransom brokers. That frees up some space in our castles. Let's see, what else do we got? Yeah, same goes for. If I remember correctly, I think sword sisters count as mercenaries. I think, but I don't really see much of a special use for them. I mean, they're decent, I suppose, but these are tier 5 troops. They do not have a helmet. Their chest piece is kind of atrocious. Well, do they at least have a good crossbow? They have a heavy crossbow, which is for a tier 5 kind of crappy. So sword sisters are in that way, in my opinion, kind of also a trap. They're not good at all. I do think they're the only female troops you can have in the game, though, which is why a lot of people like having at least some of them in their forces. But Let's see, what else do we got here? Do we want to keep these Imperial troops here? So these are tier 4. Let's keep the tier 5 and tier 6 troops here. Spears get turned into crossbows or pikemen, if I remember correctly. I kind of got mixed feelings about pikemen. I have heard people say that they're good now, but in previous versions of the game they were so atrociously bad that, and they're mercenaries, so you pay more for them than normal troops. So I don't know. I don't know. What is this bottom one? That's freebooters too. Okay, let me put them above forest bandits here, so we have an easier way of looking at it. These Lake Red Wreckers are a minor faction troop, but these are actually very, very good. Very good. They're very heavily armored, and they got good weapons. They got good skills. We got Sea Raiders. Sea Raiders are kind of out of my... Oh, hold on, I got a phone call coming. Okie dokie. Well, that turns out to have actually been quite an important call. I won't bore you guys with the details, but it was regarding my health. But anyway. Right. I think we were done with basically... right, I was taking a look at Sea Raiders. So, because Sea Raiders are pretty good. I think most people who run like bandit-only armies use these guys as their shock troops. But I haven't really found many places where I can easily get access to them as part of to roll them up as part of bandit hunting, because I think the places where they are is mostly Sturgian territory and some places of Landian territory. And yeah, well, we are Battanian, right? So we have liberal access to forest bandits and mountain bandits, but not so much the sea raiders as bandits. So I think we're... Oh, is that another hideout? Okay. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hand over our current captives over to the ransom broker. Oh, there are some of these we can actually recruit. That's maybe not super bad idea. We have some room, right? Yeah, we do. We have the perk that we don't get penalties to our morale for these. So we'll just get a bunch of these as well. Oh, we got some looters with us that we accidentally recruited. Do we still have the garrison space for... No, we don't. Okay. In that case, I think I'm just gonna disband them. We don't really have... yeah, I'm thinking... Can we see how much space we have in the prison over here? No, we can't see how much space we have. We can only see how many prisoners we have over here. Yeah, I'm just gonna let these looters go, because as troops they are kinda useless to us. That also frees up a little bit more space, so we can replace those with actual troops. So, yeet. Now that we're here, we might as well check, see if some of the armor pieces that we're looking for are here. No, none of the helmets. We got a waxed and we got a fine large fur cloak with round plates. Is that the same one I'm using? It is, yeah. But luckily these are quite cheap. So yeah, that's why I like picking these things up. And they're also good armor pieces. And best armor for the chest is a rough scale mail, which is not a bad armor piece. I think I've run around with, mind you, a legendary version of this one, but for a very large portion of the game. Oh, lordly scale boots. Don't mind if I do. So, hey, and some fine fiat braces. Very nice. So that sets us back 34k, which is not bad for that many armor pieces, to be honest. Did we already toss things in our warehouse? Oh, judging by the number we did. Yeah, we did. Okay. hideout. There was another hideout towards our east. We're also going to beat the crap out of those. Hey, let's take a bunch of bushwhackers with us actually. I think we're fighting forest bandits, judging by the map. So let's keep those shields raised. Can we see what we're fighting? No. Just that they are archers. Yeah, freebooters, these are forest bandits. Yeah. Oh, apparently we missed somebody. Let's wait here. Let's shield Uma a little bit, because she doesn't have her own shield. So our archers can join the group. Alright, let's go. Yes, they put. Thank you. I think there's a bunch of archers over there. I think. I don't see him, but let's keep Uma shielded, because shit. Just when I sidestep, they're firing. Wow, they're really gunning for her, aren't they? You okay there, honey? You keep getting hit, holy crap. Ow. Yes, focus on me. Wait, what kind of weapon does he have? Well, doesn't matter because he's down now. But it's kind of interesting that the forest bandit boss is not like. Wait, is it the forest? This is the mountain. Forest bandit boss. No, I think he's the only one who doesn't have like a bow among his troops. Just kind of funny, if you ask me. So, whoop! Oh, we'll take those. Thank you. Fairy villager. A villager leather tunic. Okay, so this one's closed. So we do want. Yeah, we want these to stay, and the bushwhacker are the lowest tier of bandits. They can all go. There we go. I do think we do want to put the forest bandit boss in here, because all of the boss troops are as far as I know, at the very least, very good troops. And is it just me, or is the game audio broken again, or at least the music part of it? Not quite sure why it's doing that today. It's kind of weird. We can keep a few of those with us, to be honest, so we can recruit them. Hey, is that a big party of looters I see? Let me actually check something. How many shock troopers we have? Because I haven't been keeping an eye on that for a while now. Let's see. We have 1 raider, 1 folksman. We have 26 veteran folksmen. Oh. Alright. So we have how many? Okay, this number is not accurate. We had 28, and there's 2 characters in here, so that should be 30 in total.
Infantry! Move! Warriors! Kill them all!
Honestly though, I thought it was a lot more difficult to get your shock troopers in a main group. Maybe I should have tried it sooner, honestly, because there is a certain benefit to having these guys in their own separate group. 26 veteran folksmen is kind of wild, actually. Because I think these are some of the best shock troops in the game. And I think they have the same weapon that I do, the long fox. So yeah, these guys are absolutely lethal. You do have to protect them, obviously, because they don't have a shield, but... Why is there a lone hired pike in here? That fox to the face, holy fuck, man. Alright, I moved to javelin, so I completely forgot about that. Is that the last one? That was the last one, yeah. Hey, we got a promotion. Very good. Another Fion How the hell do we get a Fion champion? Oh wait, I know why. Yeah, your troops get a portion of your experience. I'm fairly sure. Burger freebooter, yeah. Okay. Gilman Brigand. So we'll get rid of this hideout as well. I thought it was a little bit more. No, it is actually in a spot where I thought it was. Hey, is that a marriage offer? Yes, it is. For who? I can't read that name. Hold on, let me make a screenshot of it. That is a marriage offer for Kalis. I think that was my oldest daughter, I think. Hold on. Yeah, because Karain is our oldest son. No, wait, our oldest daughter is Lara, which we already have. It's already part of another house now. Yeah, they're the Julios clan. I think it's one of our nieces then. Let's see, where's our brother? Ethan. Atienne is his oldest daughter, and Kalis is his second oldest. Gonna take a look and see what kind of. Oh, there she is, Kalis. Yeah, she's one sword and board. I think we were gonna turn her into a trade. What's it called? A trade caravan master, if I remember correctly. Kalis. Oh yeah, that's definitely the route we were going for. That said, before I do that, I do want them to level up a few times because I want one more focus point in medicine. I want 2 in engineering, and I want at least 3 in trade before we turn her into a caravan leader. I don't know if I want to turn her into a party leader first or if I want to turn her into a trade caravaner first. I'm not entirely sure on that one just yet. But my point is, we want to keep her in our clan. So it is another Britannian clan, and he is of a good age for that. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to decline here. Yep. Wow, there's a lot of big well, I say big, but relatively big. I mean, these parties are a problem for. Oh, they just want to be prisoners. That's fine by me as well. Just so long as you're not no longer hunting down our villager parties, that is fine by me. But if we have to kill you or you willingly come with us, that's all. It's all good by me. Okay, I do think do we want to do a nighttime sneaking again? We haven't done that in a while. I kind of don't, because it takes a little bit longer and. Wait, what? Did I click on the wrong one? I think I clicked on the wrong one. Yeah, I wanted to do a daytime charge, not the nighttime charge. Wait, what is going on? Why can I not attack? Okay, I don't know what the hell was going on there, but there we go. Let's take 2 bushwhackers. Okay, range weapons free, go. I love it like you already see fucking javelins flying. Oh, was that a fucking... Yeah, that was a headshot. Nice. Always nice when you get what you're aiming for. I also love how they added animations where they are like tossed off their feet if the hit is hard enough. I like that. It's small touches like that they often don't put in the patch notes. I feel, which in my opinion they definitely should, because I feel that that's the things gamers love to see, you know. Yep, Seal clubbed his ass. Come on home. No. Yeah, let's wait till everybody's back here. But let's stand on this little hill here, because our archers should have a little bit of a advantage from this position. Once they get here, that is. Yeah, they're already firing. Good. Charge! Did he just grab up another javelin? I think he did. But he's here, right? Yeah. Right, let's go. I do want to go focus back to the army and siege action, but I guess it's a little short intermission, right? Until we get back to that. Because for the prosperity of our local towns and villages, it is beneficial to get rid of these bandit hideouts. Oi! Oh, there's another one here. Here, hold this. I thought for a second here that this was a guy sitting on the chair, but it's a fucking barrel. Gives you some indication of how fucking horrible my eyes are. Okay, that was funny. I would love to keep this guy alive, but I don't have any blunt weapons on me, so it's gonna be RNG whether he lives or not. Okay, very well. He's a very brave man to stand in front of me and think I'd give him the time to, like, throw that javelin. Either that or very fucking stupid. I'm not sure which of the two it is. They have anything? Oh, they do have a masterwork infantry axe. It's only a tier 2 axe, but still. I do think axes are good weapons for sorting and boarding because they are, you know, not nice and short, and they tend to be fast weapons. And I've seen a lot of people online say that the let me actually drop another save because again the fucking music in the game is not working. I don't know why, but it's annoying the crap out of me because music is a very big part of the game in my opinion. And especially when the game has so much good music going for it, right? We want to hear the music. Yeah, okay, I hear music running. Okay, let's see. What is our army doing over here? They're sieging. Okay. How many I think that have they already started or not? Because there are wounded people in that castle. Oh, that's maybe from previous sieges, I guess. I think that's from previous sieges. Alright. How many lords are available? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's plenty of lords available, actually. Very good. Now, how many of them have a decently sized force? Because this one at 53, we don't want to take with us, because they need to get some new recruits first. 80 is decently sized. 90, 100, 80. Why don't we scout ahead first, see how many troops we'll probably need before we start gathering an army. Hmm. Are they attacking or not? I'm actually not entirely sure. If they are getting more injured people, I think, or are they actually healing? I'm gonna. Oh wait. Let's see. What do we got here? Over 900 defenders. So I'd say somewhere like 1200, 1500 troops is probably what we're looking for to realistically take this one without too many losses. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's sort it by distance. Oh, this is 200 to... I don't want to take this one. 69, nice. Because it's too small in my opinion. So we're sitting at 200, 390 for something, 450 I think. 540. Let's say that's another 400. It's about 1,000. Okay, we can get about 1,200 troops, I guess. For some of those, we're gonna have to wait 3 to 4 days, though. Okay, I don't know if I really like that per se. Are these guys fighting someone else or just us? Just us. Okay. I'm kind of curious. What is the Empire fighting? Kuzets. Yeah, why am I not surprised by that? Are the Azra fighting anyone? I kind of don't think so, because I think together with the Sturgians, yeah, they're not fighting anyone. They're the weakest at the moment, and their clans are very heavily decimated. So I don't think they can fight anyone currently, to be honest. And that suits me just fine. So how many people do I see on screen here? I think the 48, it depends if it's a villager party or if it's like a lord. Or that seems to be a lord. Okay. Okay, so this is 70, it's 180 to 20. These are parties as well, that's 400. So there's about 600 troops on screen over here. Oh shit, and there's a few parties over here as well. Yeah, they got like 700 roaming parties over here. I don't think we want to stay near this place, to be perfectly honest, because they're gonna jump our asses. Okay, okay, we're at the very least safe. Let's take a look and see what that army is doing. And maybe there's a few roaming lords over here as well. Maybe we can take care of those to make sure that they don't have enough parties gathering over here that they can jump our army. That would suck. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get there in time to. Nope, we're not. Oh, they're starting to take casualties. And never mind, they almost got war check already. Very nice, very nice. Is that a no? That's a villager party. Okay. That over there is a party though. Ragin is now of age. Okay, so we have another child of age. That's good. Oh, and my mic was muted. There was a spam bot. So I don't know how long I was muted though, but I was basically saying that the army outside, if we had waited till they had taken that keep itself. Okay, calm your chest, jeez. That approaching army would have beaten our ass. So to prevent that from happening, we had to join the siege. But I thought they had like 36 defenders left, and then suddenly they have over 200. So I don't know if I just saw that incorrectly or if something else was going on here. I'm not entirely sure. But okie dokie, I don't know if our battering ram is gonna reach the fucking gate at this rate. Holy shit. I think we're so close to the walls now that the siege equipment can't hit us anymore. That is good because all of our arrow protection thingies are gone as well, though. So that's probably not going to be very good. Where's the gate? Oh, that's over there. Okay, well at the very least we're decently close. What I do kind of hate about how the siege system works is that nine times out of 10 the attacker isn't like properly using the offensive siege equipment so that all the defenders all have like a massive advantage. Now granted, that does allow the player very often to like, if they're a part of it, make a massive change. But also one of the reasons why I wanted to complete this playthrough is because the next version of the game that they're working on, 1.4 for the base game, is going to make massive changes to the siege system. So I think they're completely overhauled the siege system. So yeah, I don't know how that would affect our game. Obviously, that's why I want to complete it before that patch comes live. Or at least we reached the gate, so that's good. Dun, dun, dun. So that new patch that we're working on is also going to make massive changes to the other parts of the game, like they are currently cavalry. Okay, let me explain this a little bit further. Every battle that we're not a part of is done via auto-resolve, right? And cavalry men typically gain a massive bonus for that, which is one of the reasons why factions like the Flandrians and the Crusades, by that one, okay, there we go, get massive, typically are like the top dogs of the campaign world, right? So the next patch that they're working on is set to remove that benefit from those factions. Or, well, for everybody, but those factions are going to be the ones mostly affected by that. I'm kind of conflicted about that, because I understand why they're making that change, but I don't feel the change itself is per se a good one. No, it's not. Ah, there we go. Yep. Oh fuck! I missed my javelin. Sorry about that, dudes. I don't think it actually killed anyone though. Ow. Oh, for fuck's sake, I do not have the angle to actually hit them with javelins here. That's kind of annoying. Well, I tried. I can try to see if I can open up another avenue of attack if there's some ladders we can raise. Sometimes the AI doesn't do it himself. You have to, oh no, okay, at least I try. What the fuck? Okie dokie. But they are trying, but they don't seem to really succeed in... Do we see anybody? Oh. Okay, well they're trying at the very least. I'm gonna join the assault on the main gate then. And then maybe we can circle around and take out the guys on the wall, so so we can get a foothold on the wall as well. Dun, dun. was that? How the hell was that a friendly? What? Get fucked, bitch. Oh, oh, no, 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 no. Leave me alone. Yeah, you better run. Keep your two-handed axe away from me, you little shit. There we go. Butchering our way through the defenders. Ow. Not sure what hit me there. I think we got a foothold on the wall now. Or we should. I guess. Wait, what is this place? Ah, yeah, we got a foothold on the wall now as well. Very good. So we got multiple avenues where we're coming from to attack. So how many losses do we taken already? Oof. Fucking hell. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the defenders. We are attackers. Only 43 actual dead. Injured people are not that much of an issue as long as we win. Oh, there's 4. Yeah, we got this in the bag. Fuck yeah, we won. So, not that many losses here.
I don't think we have met properly, my friend. You just saved my life out there.
You are most welcome. We got some... Oh, we actually got some space here for more troops, so that's not bad. Let's see, how many prisoners can we take? We got over 100 space, that should be good. Got some banner knights, Fion champions, elite cataphract. What's that? A Mamluk heavy covered, so a horse archer. Veteran Volksman, we'll take those off your hands. There's some Vlandian knights, some Vlandian cavalry. You know what? All of these additional troops are welcome, to be honest. We have. We need to keep one more space, I think, for that clan member that's gonna join us. Yep. So we want to stop right here, unless we want to leave something else behind. We can also do that. Because Ferris is a pretty damn good horse calf. Yeah, let's leave one of those behind and let's take the Ferris along with us. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at what other prisoners we got. On champion we can recruit. Do we want asteroid troops? No, not really. These forester troops, I think they were really bad if I remember correctly. Yeah, for what tier of troops they are, they kind of fucking suck. They're heroes, or you know what? Let's get rid of them as well. We can often recruit those at villages. Otherwise, we have no problem leveling those guys up ourselves. Let's get rid of the looters. We want to hold on to all of these hillmen. We can hold on to them, that's fine. Let's ensure we got some food in this place. Oh, we don't got a lot of fish. Let's leave a little meat behind. At the very least, it's gonna stave off starvation. And the AI is kind of crappy at managing shit like that, so we probably want to help where we can. Oh, they have a coat of plates. Very cool. Oh, and they're not that expensive. Oh, right, hold on. 95k. Interesting. Why don't we take a few of those? Oh, I completely forgot to sell off our junk. Hold on. We want to keep this, yes. And all of this down here we probably want to get rid of. Oh, fur boots. Yeah. Might actually want to hold on to those because we don't got a lot of civilian boots that are like 13 or 14 armor yet. So. I do think it's kind of funny that suede boots are like one of the, if not the only good tier civilian leg protection that you can get. I do know the War Cells added some other sets as well, but we're not playing War Cells. So Blunt Longbow is tier 3 and this is tier... yeah, let's get rid of these two. Arrows, barbed arrow. Bolt slings, and these we can melt down. Pick up anything nice. A veteran warrior axe, tier 4 axe. Okay, fair enough. I'd say that's pretty nice. And the rest are garbage. And fair enough as well. We got some stamina again, so we can melt down shit. Let's do that. Wrong one. Honestly, I very often can see the little dots that denotes that something is locked down, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, there's a whole lot of things that I can see, so this is just one more for the list, I suppose. Let's wait here for some time. Okay, the arm is fucking off again. Very good. Let's see if there's some parties we can hunt down. We don't want to get too close to that army, because if they jump us, we are kind of screwed. Who gets war check? That's also... who are these guys? Oh, they're their newest edition. Right, they don't have anything yet. Perfect. Here you go. Have yourself your own town.
Stop there.
Oh, these guys also don't have any thieves. Maybe we can persuade them to join us. That's kind of interesting, actually. And the good thing about this, if she is also like Sturgian culture, which she is, and if we give them Sturgian thieves, they don't get the penalty for being of a different culture, at the very least, so that helps with loyalty. So Rut. Wait, what? Oh, this is not the. He's not the faction leader, I guess. No, that's a guy called Ratagost. Okay, so in that case, we are gonna beat your ass, but we're gonna let you go afterwards. Yeah, you only have 53 troops, so yeah. Let's put you guys over here for a bit. Archers over there.
Soldiers! Footmen, attack! Arrow, advance! Infantry, move!
Don't think we need to use our cavalry for these guys. I mean, we are, but we wouldn't need to do it if we didn't want to.
Horse archer, forward! Archers, order, forward!
Guys over there.
Mounted archers! Advance! Infantry, move!
Right, are they all the way back? Yeah, okay, I forgot to move them earlier.
Move! Infantry! Charge!
Yeah, let's just give them a charge order, to be honest. In fact, let's give everybody the charge order. I think that's fine at this point. Or maybe let's give them the advance order so they're not gonna like
Move to enemy!
move into melee necessarily, but are they just standing here firing? Yeah, they are. Okay. What? Oh, our horsemen. Okay, I didn't notice that. That was my bad. At least I hit something though. Oh, for fuck's sake, that was also friendly. Ah. Oh, there was a pony. I thought I hit the guy on the floor. I got plenty of javelins with your name on it, and I'm just gonna keep throwing until I find it. There we go. Miraculously, I didn't kill any of my own troops there, so that's kind of funny. Okay, they got away, so we didn't get to. Oh, they got some Volksmen. They got a legionary, a Freon champion. Legionaries are not bad troops, but we're already gonna have to drop a few troops to be able to not be overextending here. So, okay, let's turn you into a highwayman. You guys turn into freebooters. Okay, you're an elite kind of frac now. 4 veterans. So we need to get rid of 2 troops, right? We can drop some highborn youth. I think those are like tier 2, I think. Yeah, they're tier 2. There we go. Oh, this is just yeah, we're leaving those guys. Yeah, I know. Okay, nothing too good in terms of loot there, but that's fine. That guy that we're looking for, let's see if he's here or not. You know, actually go back. So a Rata ghost. We see a Rata ghost here. I do see Savannah, which I think a lot of people have as their wife, because she's apparently, if I remember correctly, she has some insane starting shit. Can we see what parties are in here? No, I don't really specify, I think. At the very least, there's no Rata ghost in this army. Okay, so that's something. No, I don't see a Rata ghost in here. Okay. How many injured people do you have? None. Okay. So you left those as a garrison, I suppose. I do feel we probably want to keep an eye on that army of ours to make sure that they are not being jumped by the Sturgians, because they're given how weak the army currently is, that's probably something that's gonna happen though. So I don't think we can necessarily prevent that. Yeah, yeah. Get rid of the lepers, because that makes the people in the towns like us more. It is cruel, but you know, life isn't fair. So we're also not playing ourselves; we're playing a character, right? So, what is this traveling to? I guess they are they're moving from village to village to get some new recruits. Honestly, though, I don't really feel that this army has the strength left to really form much of a threat over here. So what I'm thinking, um, gather whatever available lords are over here and try to take Epicrosia. But like I said earlier, I think we probably need somewhere between like 1200 to 1500 people for that one. So let's see. This is already 300, 500, 800. Okay, yeah, given these numbers, I think that is we should have enough numbers to actually do that. We are gonna have to wait like 3 days plus for some of these parties to reach us. But on the other hand, I do feel that should be possible. Now, do we want to also keep an eye on this party? I don't think we can do both. I think we're gonna have to pick one. Do we want to babysit this army until they probably disband soon, or do we want to gather the next army to take Epicrosia? I'm leaning myself to. What we can do is we can do both. We can babysit them a little bit and then gather that army. Okay, wait. Did someone? Oh, arrived in the party. I think it was. I thought someone escaped. Yeah. Okay, someone arrived. So we got our new daughter who came of age. Let's take a look what kind of gear she has. She has a. Oh, I think this is the one who we sent together with the woodsman. Because I was kind of curious to see what kind of gear they would get, and apparently they get fuck all. Okay, well that's good to know. Yeah. Okay, they basically got fuck all. That is, yeah. Not that. No, no, wait. It actually isn't, because she got 0 in archery. Huh. Okay. In that case, I don't know what. He does have. Yeah, let's give her Swift Strike. Okay. I do think I like the system that they got for your children in war sales a lot more, but on the other hand, it is also kind of brokenly overpowered. Because every child I want, if I wanted to, I could have them start with 8 vigor and 8 endurance, and they on top of that they also would have like a whole bunch of stats in other stats. So yeah, I could like max out 3 or 4 stats with the focus points that we started with. So I liked it, I guess, because it was brokenly good. Over here, it does seem to be a little bit more balanced. Says the word for it. So what do we want to do with Ragin over here? Okay, she has some skill in one-handed. She's not like super duper skilled or anything like that. She has some skills in cunning abilities. Okay. What we could do is give her, try to work towards making her a party leader. Give her some bandit troopers so we can raise that roguery up a little bit. Or we can just make her into a combatant for our party. Honestly, I'm not really that sold in keeping all of our family members, because Hank himself has 6 daughters. And yeah, if we want them to be married, we're just going to lose them. So, what I'm leaning towards is just making her a combatant for our forces until we get a marriage offer for her, and then we just yeah, see if we can get some relations with some of other clans up. I guess. Let's make her. Let's at least make sure that her mobility skills are up to a little bit. Do we want to give her a ranged weapon? Guess we can give her a crossbow. I guess. Oh, oops, wrong one. Give her a crossbow. Let's base that cunning up a little bit. Base that endurance and figure a bit more. There we go. So we got a nice, decent start for her character, so we can give her a one-handed and a shield and a crossbow, and we can just let her join the line. And yeah, let's do that. If we wanted to, we could probably work towards either making her a party leader or a what's it called, a caravan leader. What are they doing? Traveling to Car. Is that this one? That's that one. Yeah. Well, all of those lords who were roaming around over here. Let's actually see what that army is doing. Going to a point. Okay. I don't know what they're doing here, but could be that they're going for a counter attack, or did they just disband? Yeah, I'm fairly sure that they just disbanded. Okay. Yeah, let's get that army together so we can siege Epicrosia. Alright, so let's see how many of those are. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that have at least 100 troops. So this is 86, 100, 54. Okay, so let's do it like that. I think we have like what 1,200 troops or something like that coming to join us. Let's gather over there. Let's not sit around the town itself just yet. Hello, what do I see over there? Okay, some other lord whose ass we can kick. This is of the embers. Okay.
It's been a while.
So that's a mercenary. We're just going to beat his ass. Can we see what kind of troops he has? Sparks, flames, blaze. Yeah. Those are all cannon fodder. Recruits are cannon fodder. Yeah, he barely has any troops. I'm just gonna set everybody in full speed. Why do we suddenly got a whole bunch of... What? We haven't been joined yet by... Huh. I'm kind of confused here. Why are all of our lords suddenly no longer assigned? That is weird. Grain is a... foot archer, I want to say. Adian was a horse archer. Ragin is the one that just joined us. We don't really have any kit for her yet. Kalis. I don't recall. I think we also gave her a sword and board. The butcher is... he has a... I think we gave him an executioner's axe or something, so he's a shock trooper. Also, I just realized these... Oh, I see why it's like that. Because our party composition got reset. That's why everybody was suddenly in here, because... Okay. Do I want to set that back up? Kinda, yeah. Yeah, let's set that back up. A horse archer, you go in here. you are normal. Sure. Whoop. Don't robber. It wasn't crossbow. Very high crossbow, so he's goes in there. Okay, I think I'm gonna put everybody back in. Yeah, because everybody, no one is in the correct group at the moment, so we kind of want to address that. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's first set everybody back up towards the proper group. So archers, whoop. Okay, you are infantry, and you are shields. Yeah, I think that's the only distinction that we need to make. We need to have one group that has shields. I think we had like what 30 shock troopers. Okay, so Alain the Grizzled, he is a mounted combatant. Okay. The outcast, he is, I think, a melee dude. Fairly sure. That said, we can make him a captain. Rinder Blacktooth. 84, 100. Yeah, I'm fairly sure he was also infantry. Ragin. No one we used as our archery, as our archer captain, because he's 77 range influence. Ragin just joined us, part of the infantry. Kalis. He got a crossbow, yep. So he's joining Renoan. He has 75 range influence, it's also pretty damn good. Right, we got Savos the Butcher, who's our newest addition. Got Garain, who's a cavalry. No, he's a foot archer as well, just like his mother. Taki the engineer is a archer. And Una is part of the shock troopers. There we go. So everybody's back into their respective group. Don't you love it when the game just decides for yourself? And no, we're actually going to reset your groups, cause fuck you. Yes, that's great game. Thank you. That's fine. Okay, I am just going to send in everybody though, because I think we have more cavalrymen than they have an army, to be honest, or roughly the same. So we're just going to walk over there and waltz right over them. We're gonna pop up an OBS. Let me get rid of that, so I can actually see what is going on with the chat. Oh, that was a little too low. There we go. Ow. Rude. I love these guys just standing there in their little robes. Oh, he was blocking me. Why are you guys all blocking me? How dare you block me? That was very rude. Alright. We won. Oh, we did lose the trip. We lost. What did we lose? Foxman. Okay. Oh, that is unfortunate. Well, you are a mercenary. You are free to go, sir. I mean, we're releasing everybody at the moment, but especially mercenaries, because there's not a whole lot of point in keeping those, I feel. Okay, we're already being joined by parties, so we are going to make our way towards a patrol chef to siege the place. We do got a bunch of parties over here, but there's only one that is above 100, so it's like what, 200, 250 troops over here or something like that. 900 defenders is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but But did the other army disband? Yeah, it disbanded, alright. Yeah. Alright, well, let's take Epicrotia off their hands. I probably fucked up the name there somewhere, but that's alright. I don't really care that much. Okay, we got a few parties joining us here. Oh, I clicked to engage him too early. Oh well. How many defenders do they have now? Oh yeah, they got 2 parties in here, so they got 1100 defenders. Well, good for them. So, siege tower, battering ram. We're gonna use some fire onagers. Honestly, though, I feel that on the world map, for taking out the enemy, the fuck are they doing? Taking down the enemy, it's that party that's spazzing out over here. Oh, it's armed caravan. Okay, I see. So for taking out enemy defensive artillery pieces, the trebuchets are probably better. But oh fuck, there is a massive army over there. Yeah, we are leaving. Nope. We are not interested in what you're selling. Oh, and they were. Okay, we are. Change of plan.
It's been.
First, we're going to beat the crap out of this guy. Because we got them with the pants, now we're just going to send troops. Because we got like what? A multitude of their troops.
I yield. Grant.
Yeah, you're free to go. Bye. Okay. Like I said, change of plan. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, they got discovered. Perfect. We're going to chase that army and beat their asses. So that way, at the very least, we don't got other armies taking back any territory that we have already claimed, because that's kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. We are gonna wait until they siege them, and then we are going to approach them and then beat their ass. And I think we still have a few parties that are joining us, or is everyone here already? No, everyone's here already. Okay. Let's see if we can get some more reinforcements then. Do we get anyone nearby? Yes, we do. Let's get a few more parties to join us. That said, it said they're nearby. I don't know where they are though, which is kind of a pain because there are a lot of parties roaming around here. So if they have to move through that, they can actually get intercepted by. Oh wait, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Okay, now we got more than enough people to actually take down this army, and that's what we're going to do. Do we want to fight it out in the field? Because these field battles kind of take insanely long, and I don't think we really need to do it. I mean, we got 1700 troops, we got 500 more troops than them. So we're just going to assault them, send troops. Boop, 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 boop. There we go, we got victory. Now we did lose 150 troops, so that's like what, 10% of our total force. Honestly though, probably if we would have fought it in the field, we probably would have also gotten a fair number of casualties, to be perfectly honest. So I don't feel like the auto resolve did particularly bad here or anything like that. That's it is a massive battle, right? So you're just going to have casualties. The rest of these we can keep, that's fine. How many did we lose ourselves? We can have 16 more. So what we can do is we can get some of these bandit troops to join us. Why were the forest bandits over there when I click to? Okay, let me reset that because this is really fucking annoying. It seems that whenever you like accidentally move them over towards this other side, you lose some of the recruitment process. I'm fairly sure. Okay, got room for 5 more troops, but that's fine. Do we get any promotions? Yes, we do. Orpheon champions, always good. More wildlings. We got a more veteran Volksman. We got. Do we need more cavalry? We got 65. No. That's fine. For a battalion force, that's maybe a little bit much actually. So let's keep things a little bit perspective. Okay. Right. Like we were saying, we're going to siege Croatia. Okay, I don't know what was going on over there, but okay, we are losing that cohesion insanely fast now. Probably because we got a shit ton of parties. I think the more parties you have in your army, the quicker you lose cohesion. Which I guess is logical, because you got more people to tart wrangle, so it's obviously going to affect how quickly you lose cohesion, right? But people are... I feel that whenever people congregate in any meaningful numbers, you are going to get like egos clashing and stuff like that, and people are going to get into fights, and I think that's kind of what cohesion represents. So let's try that again. We're gonna siege up Croatia. Let's hope not another army approaches us, because that would suck. Hey, Uma's with another child. Very nice. You know what? Let's go for the trebuchets, because we just need them to take down the defensive siege equipment. We don't really need them to be present on the field necessarily, because I feel that the offensive siege equipment during a siege are, generally speaking, kind of not really doing anything. You can sometimes get a few kills, but it's not like not even comparable to what the defensive siege equipment does, right? So you just want to get rid of this defensive siege equipment so you don't get massive numbers of casualties from that, and that's kind of the gist of it. All of these small parties roaming around us like a bunch of ants roaming around our feet. Some of these are probably like villager parties, others are probably caravans, and maybe some are like actual lords, but the parties are so small it's not really that much of an issue. Trebuchet. Right. Okay, we got one, we got two. And never mind, both of them have already been repaired. So sometimes you destroy these things in one go, and other times you need to... Oh my fucking god, you gotta be kidding me. Fucking cohesion, holy shit. God fucking damn it, I hate this system so fucking much. Oh yeah, your army's gonna randomly fucking fall apart when you're in the middle of a fucking siege. Who the fuck designed this shit? Alright, let's try that again. What is this? Oh, that's our army. Yeah, okay, that's spiders. Alright, so, cohesion, back up. At the very least we want to take this town. I don't know if we will actually want to do more of this army, because holy crap is this annoying the ever-living crap out of me. And I'm fairly sure this is with us having traits that like cohesion is lost at a slower pace, right? It's still lost so incredibly fucking fast. Oh, trebuchet. Let's bump that cohesion back up so we can just focus on destroying those siege equipments. Keeping an eye on that. Okay, that's 2 destroyed, that's 3 destroyed, never mind, there's 2 gotta rebuild again. Why the fuck do they rebuild so incredibly fast compared to the player? It's ridiculous in my opinion. We only have, okay, 2 fire catapults, never mind. If it's just 1 catapult I can live with that. Yeah, okay, let's assault. Because now they just have 1. That's fine. It's probably going to take down at least 1 of our siege towers. Because they need like 3 or 4 hits in total to get disabled. And honestly, even 1 catapult should be able to manage that. But okay, everybody has 3 lords. Alright, again, have fun. Where is the battering ram? Dun, dun. That's a good question. Where is the battering ram? Okay. Let me take this little time to grab myself another coffee. And I'll try to keep blabbering so you guys do have something to listen to. Now, I do like the game, honestly, even though you wouldn't guess that maybe, sometimes with me ranting about random shit. But one of the things I do really dislike about the game is that to take the entire map takes so much fucking time, and you have to do so many fucking sieges, especially when you have enemies that are, you know, somewhat effectively fighting back. I mean, my first playthrough, that was a full complete run. I think it was 600 hours. I think. Now, like I said, I like the game, but after those 600 hours, I need to put the game back again for a bit, you know. And yeah, our first 30 streams until we defeated Vlan, yeah, I think was roughly 150 hours. Because I think 4 or 5 hours was roughly the average time of our stream. So 150 hours to take down 1 faction. Now, mind you, not completely, because we also greatly weakened the Asrai and Sturgia, making taking over those factions a lot easier. But honestly, big tip, if you want the least amount of butthurt from the game, just kill every fucking lord you find. Because eventually, if you kill all of the lords in the faction, you get all their territory. So eventually, factions are gonna run out of lords, and it just speeds up the game so much. You're gonna be saving yourself a whole lot of pain if you do that. Now you're also gonna run into some troubles, like it's very hard to persuade lords because everybody fucking hates you. But that's not so much an issue if everybody's dead, you know. That said, if you don't want to cut down lords, and I kind of don't like doing it, because factions with just our starting lords, right? They are not a lot of clans to work with. You're not gonna be able to run the entire world with just those clans, so you kind of have to recruit clans left and right sometimes, which is why we also started the stream doing that, you know? Hey, there we go. Right, let's see if we can toss some javelins at those guys who are gonna try to drop stones on us. We have a good angle over here, so that should be possible. If any of them show up over there, that is, because I can't hit the ones that are above me. Yeah, there we go. Fuck you. Oh, I got a headshot. I was gonna say, why did I instantly kill him? But yeah, that explains it. There we go, another kill. Hey, early morning siege. Indeed. Ganking. Hello, good morning. Indeed, we are doing some sieges. We are sieging Epicrocia. The Sturgians currently have it, and we kind of like this place, so we want to have it for ourselves. So, how are you doing this fine morning? Ouch. God damn, that was a nice rock. It was like 5 kills. Ugh. I tried this game last night for 30 minutes before bed and ended up as a prisoner. Yeah, that sounds like the early game experience, alright. Especially if you're not really experienced with the game yet, and in the early stages of the game you have to be very careful about getting captured. Oh, that rock didn't hit anything. Nice. I was gonna say, are they done throwing rocks? They're not, but they're just not hitting anything. Which, honestly, I'm also okay with. Yeah, waste those rocks. Alright. Well, we're through the gate, so let's get up on those walls. Let's see if we... Oh, that's a friendly. Oops, sorry my friend. Is there anybody up here? Don't feel too bad about being captured though. For the expansion war sales, I made a game. I made a new game as well to try out the new features, and I ran into the same problem that you were, and I was fucking crashing out because the lowest forms of bandit looters were absolutely kicking my ass. So don't feel too bad about it. Everybody runs into that at some point in the game, you know. Well, once you get past that, and you have like a party of like I'd say 30 to 40 at least tier 2 troops, you should run into a whole lot less. It's just at the start of the game you don't really get any forms of revenue, right? Best way to build a level up army without getting my shit kicked in. Well, yeah, I'd say pick on parties that are smaller than yours, and it does help if you know what parties to avoid. So, mountain bandits have a lot of javelins. Forest bandits have archers. Sea raiders have very good armor. I think throwing axes, good shields and stuff like that. So you probably want to avoid those in the early stages of the game. Let's see. First of all, what faction do you join? Is that kind of changes what kind of bandits you are facing? Bretonia. Do you mean Britannia? The guys who were in the middle of the map with the green faction color. That's the same faction that I joined. Because in those cases you're fighting a lot of mountain bandits, a lot of forest bandits. So my suggestion would be, don't apologize. That's fine. No, my suggestion would be get a good mix of shield infantry and archers. And for Battalion, okay, a small tip. What kind of troops are available at each village is dependent on if they are tied to a castle or if they're tied to a town. So castles, they have noble troops. And for Britannian, the noble troops are archers. And they are the best archers in the game, hands down. So, now noble troops are paid a little bit more than normal troops of the same tier, I'm pretty sure. But trust me, Britannian archers are very much worth it. So, maybe try to get like, starting out, I'd say like, try 1/3 archers and the rest shield infantry. I'd go for first go wood runners, then go skirmishers, then go veteran skirmishers, then go wildlings. Because wildlings are troops that have javelins, and javelins have gotten very big boosts in the game, and they are incredibly good troops. So if you have a whole bunch of wildlings and you have Britannian archers, you are going to absolutely decimate whatever kind of bandits you're gonna face. You're gonna need to work towards that, obviously. Now there are some things to take into consideration. So obviously you want to hit bandit troops, especially starting out. Attack bandit troops that are smaller than you. But make sure that they're not near other groups of bandits, because if they are, they can help each other and they can swarm you. So if there's like 2 or 3 smaller groups, they can congregate and they can basically form a big party, which can give you troubles. So fight smaller parties, isolated from other parties. You can give your troops commands to, for example, if you do a F2 F2 for your infantry, they go to shield wall formation and they will raise their shields. Then if you tell them advance, which is F1, F4, they will approach the enemy with their shields raised. So that way, if you're approaching, say, forest bandits, you should not have that much problems caused by their archers. I will say though, shield wall formation is less effective once they finally are into combat. So it's probably a better. It is a very good defensive formation. It's very good for approaching enemies. Once they are approaching enemies though, you want to put them in line formation, because they will still use their shields, but I don't know if I think if they are in shield formation, they are too close to effectively use their javelins. So if you put them in line formation, they spread out a little bit more. They will also use their own javelins. They will fight more efficiently. You can get Britannian cavalry, but they are kind of some of the worst cavalry in the game, except the mounted skirmishers. Mounted skirmishers have recently gotten a very big buff. They are incredibly good, but to get them you need war mounts, and starting out I would not go for those, because those are expensive. If I see war mounts that are less than 1200, I am happy. So that gives you some indication of how expensive those are, and you need those to upgrade your troops. So I'd go for skirmish troops, coupled with archers. Try to keep try to use your shields effectively, and yeah. Aside from that, don't take it too seriously. If you get beaten every once in a while or something like that, not the end of the world, right? I mean, it's something you go through all stages of the game. Now, what you can do, especially if you're very early on in the game and you feel like you have a very bad start, you can easily just restart. Especially in the early stages of the game, it doesn't take that long to get back to a good position. And I fucking fell off the wall. God damn it. Okay, let me get back up. I'm used to play Warhammer 3, so this is going to be a hardcore. Oh yeah, this game is nothing like Total Warhammer. It's very different. There are some things that do transfer, like flanking enemies is a very good way of fighting your enemies. You want to flank them whenever you can. It's not like in Total War though that you break morale though. Morale is a part of the game, but typically it only starts to become effective once you've basically like crushed like 80 to 90% of an army or something like that. Remember when I played the first game years ago, it took me 3 to 4 tries to make it out. Oh yeah, I can sympathize. I know the struggle, man. Don't worry too much about it. I think a lot of people are running into those problems with this game, because it's in some aspects it's kind of a rough game, you know, especially if you're not really that familiar with it. I personally always play with realistic damage, where you get full damage. I mean, I personally suggest that if you're just starting out, I'd suggest turning the damage received to the lowest factor, just so you can get to grasp with the game a little bit more, and so you aren't heavily penalized. Because I very often just get one-shotted, and I'm currently running around in endgame gear, and I still get one-shotted sometimes, right? So if you want to have a little bit more fun, where you don't have to struggle that much with getting one-shotted, I really suggest just to lower the difficulty of the game a little bit. And if you later on feel like okay, it's becoming too easy, you can always raise the difficulty up again. That is perfectly fine. It's not like any of the achievements rely on the difficulty or anything like that. The game really doesn't give a shit. I cannot. Oh, these are all friendlies. Okay. Okay, not all of these. There we go. What kind of weapon or weapon style were you going for, if I may ask? Because maybe I can also help you with some advice over there. Hey, Archer. How dare you block me, sir? Get out of my way. Did he just ragdoll all the way? Okay, that's interesting. Ow. You got a axe, shield, and a bow. Okay, that is perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. That's a good thing to start with, especially if you're good with a bow. You can do some damage on the battlefield. That is most definitely. Yeah, I think everybody here is dead already. All right. Ow! How dare you fucking one-shot me? How much damage did he do there? Holy crap! That was a... Oh, that's just a shield. Okay. Hey, we got some enemies over here. Okay, I don't want to take any hits here though, because I'm gonna go down. I got like 5 health left. You know what? I'm just gonna cower over here in this little corner over here until the battle is over, so I can talk to you a little bit more easily. Are you still mounted, or are you on foot at the moment? Because especially when... Oh, crap, we have to fight. Okay, there we go. Because especially when your skill... Oh, for fuck's sake, why do enemies just keep coming here? What's up with you guys? Maybe I picked a wrong spot to cower in, because the enemies keep coming in over here. You're unmounted. Okay. Takes forever to heal to recover mana. Yeah, correct. That is because your first aid skill is very low. So one suggestion that I can give you is that once you have a little bit of money to recruit some companions, get yourself a companion that has high first aid, because it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass to level. And some companions start with like 150 base first aid, which can greatly help you. I have a horse, but for fights I prefer to foot combat. Okay, yeah, because that's why I was gonna mention it. Because first of all, not all bows can be actually fired from horseback. Longbows, for example, you can only fight when you're on foot. Also, especially when your archery skill is very low, you're gonna get massive accuracy penalties when you're on horseback. Now, mind you, if you do actually land a shot, you're going to get massive amounts of experience, but you're probably going to be wasting most of your shots. So if you want to be more accurate, firing on foot, especially early on, is a lot more reliable. Horses do give you very big bonuses, for obviously for mobility, but also if you're heading towards your enemy and you're firing your bow, your arrow is actually going to get a damage bonus based on how quickly you are going, because the game is damage from attacks is based on physics. So if you're firing at like 10 meters per second, you're gonna do, I don't know, let's just pull a random number out of my ass, you're gonna do 20 damage. But if you're moving at 15 meters per second, you're gonna get a decent damage bonus based on the fact that your attack is going to be landing with more momentum. So running towards your enemy, landing a shot with a bow is going to do massive amounts of damage. Now mind you, especially early on when you don't got effective armor, you don't want to do that, because enemies typically also have ranged attacks, right? And if they see you coming, they're just going to nail you with a random attack, and yeah, probably one shot you. Alright. How many enemies do we still have? 90. Okay. How many have we taken out? I think they had 1,200 defenders or something like that. Okay, we're about the halfway point there. Okay. Oh. Ah, damn it. Alright, let's see if we can... Hey, we can take... Oh, these guys are stuck. Well, that's great. Not quite sure what these guys are doing, but they are not helping it there at the very least. What the fuck are you guys doing? Oh, fuck. Did you hear that guy saying the day is lost? That's a sign that some of these guys are panicking. That means that they're gonna... And I got pushed off the wall, god damn it. They're gonna try to run away from the battle, but typically during sieges you do see it happen sometimes, but not a whole lot. Can we get some angles with some javelins over here? Oh, yeah, we can. Very nice. How are we doing in terms of kill? You know what, I'm just gonna head down towards the main gate, because I don't know what the fuck these guys are doing, but they're not contributing. I think they're stuck on the siege tower. Let's go for the main gate. Okay, over there, they at the very least are on the wall, so that's something. I think the AI broke, as far as I can tell. But that's not good. I just want to say, I hear an archer. And sure enough, they still have archers here. No, thank you, sir. Stop shooting at my troops. Okie dokie. These guys are all stuck. Yeah, that's really promising something. Okay, let's take this guy. Do we have? Ah, we still have javelins. That's. What the fuck is going on with the AI at the moment? What the fuck are you guys doing? Get out of my fucking way, please. Okay, I don't know what's going on during the siege. This is very fucking weird. Are these? No, these are not enemies. Well, one tip that I can give you if you're gonna try to go for mounted combat is find a spear that's every weapon has a length stat. For mounted combat, you want a weapon that's 200 or as close to 200 as you can get, and then then basically run in, try to hit your enemies with a stab and then run away again. That's basically how you want to do mounted combat. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, that was a waste. Can I at least grab my javelins again? No, I cannot. Okay. Well, fuck you too, game. How many enemies do we still have? 75. Okay. Oh, we're getting there, I suppose. No, but the base damage stats on spears and the like, they will seem very low, and compared to a lot of other weapons, they are very low. But that's because you have to factor in that the momentum that you get from mounted combat adds a large number of damage to your attacks. So even if you have like a weapon that on paper only does like 30 damage, you're still going to do hundreds of damage if you get a very good stab in. So you don't have to worry about that. But a lot of the combat is reliant though on how high your combat stats are. So the longer you're playing the game, the more efficient your character is going to be with various weapons. Okay, they got reinforcements again. Speaking of reinforcements, get off the fucking walls, you stupid archer. Stop shooting at my troops. Let's check in the... Oh, hello. Oh, we have got a Volksman joining us. Oh yeah, this guy should be very fucking dead. Okay, you guys got that covered from this angle. I'm gonna go around again. Oh, we still got a javelin. Nice. Here, catch. Perfect. So we broke the stalemate over here. Very good. Let's see, how many kills are we sitting at now? 800. Okay, so we got 1/3 of their troops left to go. I sure was going to be home this weekend to give this a good try. Oh, I know that feeling, man. But yeah, you're out for the weekend, I guess? For a holiday or something like that? Okay, they're back at 100 troops. Honestly, I can't even help here, considering I can't see what the fuck is going on. And even if I could, because they are so huddled together, we can't really get any of our hits in. Is there a way down? Oh, there is. Okay. We'll just see if we can help at some other location then. There are some javelins here. I'll take those. Thank you. Traveling for work. Ah, I see. Yep. Honestly, I didn't have work where I had to travel for a lot, but I still know the feeling. Cause, I did have to do it sometimes. Like I had to drive to Germany once for my work. That was also very fun. Because I had to go to another location, and my German is absolutely atrocious, and I had to tell the guys over there how to do their job when I couldn't communicate with them properly. Yeah, that was a fun week. But yeah, other than that, I've mostly worked office jobs, honestly. So I think that's only that one job where I had to travel, and I fucking hated it with a bloody passion. Also because the company I was at was very... Honestly, they shouldn't have sent me. And I told them this much, but they still sent me, so yeah. But most of the jobs I've had though were office work for like back office data input and stuff like that. Okay, we're gonna have to do another assault because we got too many defenders in the castle. But that's alright. Because we still got plenty of troops, plenty more where they came from. Oh, there's a few people stuck in that tower by the looks of it. Yeah, 4. Oh well. Well, we'll come help them with that. Oh yeah, let's cut off their retreat, because I think that archer is trying to get away via the stairs here. No, no, sir, I don't think so. Is he up here, or there's 2 in here? Oh yeah, okay. Oh, no, there's already somebody up there. Okay. Well, he's gonna have a rough day then. Yeah, we got him. Alright. Yeah, we were just gonna send troops because we got taken out during this fight. Let's see. Yeah, well, we lost a few troops. What did we lose? Oh, someone else lost 3 troops. Okay, never mind. That's all good then. So we got some captives. We'll take those. Oh, we got a marksman flag. Very good. Legendary battle axe. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Do you want to submerge you or just pillage? How much prosperity do we have here? Plenty. So we can afford to lose some. Okay. How many troops do we have left? Let's take a look. Under 1,000. And we got an army of 1,600 over here. I think we're just going to disband our army currently. Mostly because we keep losing cohesion very fucking fast with all these parties, and I think, yeah, the AI was not going to capture this town anytime soon, considering of how many defenders there are. So we've taken care of that, and we can now disband the army. All good. There we go. But yeah, I totally hear you, man. On traveling for work, that's always. Yeah, I guess it depends on what kind of line of work you're in, but whenever I had to travel for work, I was never overly fond of it. Got here, no, just normal horses. Right, let's see if we got any good armor pieces. Oh, right, we still have those. Oh, a lordling neck guard. Oh, very nice. And what's the armor value on those? 21. I do like how those look though, because they have a very nice aesthetic to them. Scar plated boots. I don't think there's really anything here that we really want to keep. No, not really. Everything that we do want to keep here for is locked. Take it. I have no clue what kind of line of business you're in, man. So I don't know. Selling propane and propane accessories. Some hairy cross, large bank of woodland javelins. Those are pretty nice. Let's keep those. Yeah, can't we get rid of most of this, to be honest? And in terms of weaponry, we got legendary battle axe. We do want to keep that. And the rest of this, yeah. Can keep this one as well. Okay. Go to the ransom broker because we picked up a whole bunch of captives. How'd you guess? I mean, I guess I'm just lucky. It's also part of life, right? Sometimes you just have to have some luck. No, again, I really don't know, man. So. Honestly, I don't even know if propane is still used nowadays. Is it? Because the only thing that I know where propane is used for is like camping. For camping gas stoves and the like. honestly, I wouldn't even know what else it was used for. Then again, I'm also in Europe, and we are very anal about what you can and cannot do stuff. In some areas like that, we are kind of weird. Not gonna lie. This is at the end. Let's raise her social because we want to turn her into a trade leader. I'm a kit man for a soccer team in the US. Oh, okay, that sounds interesting. Kit man, so that means you get everyone's uniforms and stuff like that, right? And I'm kind of blanking on some of the names, but you have like I don't know, more sportive socks and the like. So you have to get those, I guess. Let's give Geraint some form-fitting armor, so he isn't weighed down by his armor that much. We made him an infantry archer, right? So let's give him more cunning. Where do we want to put that focus point, though? I'm leaning either towards archery or towards athletics. I think raising that athletics early on is more important, so let's do that. Kalis also form-fitting armor. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Did we just not give her her skills yet or something? Why the fuck does she have so much stat points? Basically, yeah, okay, okay. The only thing that I wouldn't understand, knowing that that's your job, is why you have to travel for that. Do you have to like travel to suppliers or something like that, or? So I don't mean to pry too much, but I'm kind of curious about how that works, because when you say that's your job, I can't really imagine that you have to travel that much for that. Or do you have to go to different teams to get them their supplies or something like that? How would that work? Uh, Also, what were we doing with Cadis? Because we have already given her kit. Yeah, but apparently we have not given her level ups yet. So let's do that. So at the very least, we're going to give her some attribute points to be good at fighting. And so, yeah, if you look at all of her focus points already, she would make a great party leader. So let's invest in that a little bit. I've traveled for the team for all wave games. Oh, you have to be present when they're playing their games. Is that it? You work for one specific team. I see, I see. But do you have to be present during their games or something like that? Is that why you're traveling? But like I said, that's the only thing that I can think of why you would have to travel for your work. But I will say one thing. I don't know if that applies to everybody, but I've always been of the opinion that if you love your job, then even if you have to do something that you don't really like, it does make it, a little bit easier to handle it. All right, let's put some more points in endurance and in vigor, so she can fight and walk a little bit more easily. Yeah, that's fine. Do we want to make her a? I think we're making her a party leader, right? So, I mean, I say that like I had already decided what I want to do. I don't think I did, but let's make her a party leader. Yeah, I'm with the teams for training and all games. Ah, I see, I see. Well, at least if there's some people in those teams who you can like socialize with a little bit. At the very least, it's not that bad, right? I mean, again, I'm just kind of assuming here and trying to view things how I would view that. I mean, the times that I had to travel, for me, it sucked really badly because they sent me to do things that I really was not qualified for. So that's always a fun stuff. Or I was still being trained and they sent me to do something that I didn't know how to do. So yeah, that doesn't really make it very fun to travel in those cases. But I assume if you're just if that is not the case, then I assume it is a little bit little bit less than my situation. What is that? Is that a caravan? That is indeed a caravan. Okay, we'll just let them pass then. Is that also a caravan? That is not a caravan. That is a... Oh, that is a town. Hold on. That is also a caravan. That is a caravan. That is a caravan. Okay, these are all caravans. These are not lords. Okay, well that's good. So, who gets Epicrocia? Yeah. Oh. Can I... If I want to, I can get Epicrocia. I should have dropped the save before I make this decision though. You know what? We haven't gotten another thief in a while now. I wouldn't mind another one, to be perfectly honest. Sure. Alright, we got our second town. In that case, we might want to stick around a little bit to make sure that the garrison at least is in order and stuff like that. And I just realized that I already get rid of our prisoners. Oh, okay, we did. Well, we got ourselves a second town. I kind of wasn't expecting that one. Alrighty, let's take a look what kind of garrison we're working with at the moment. Okay, we got some elite crossbows, some imperial sergeants, we got some trained archers, we got some Sturgian recruits. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, not okay. They did leave me with a pretty sizable garrison, though. It's almost 500 troops. So that, at the very least, is very nice. The only thing that isn't very nice is that all of these are really, I'd say, quality troops. That is kind of okay. Yeah, okay, just some of these garrison troops are just flat out recruits. That's not gonna be super useful. Okay, I think we're gonna have to take a little bit of time to sort through all of this just so we can get ourselves a good idea of what we're working with. Maybe we can take some of these Folksmen off their hands. So hold on, so because we got some mercenaries, we got Imperials, we got Valandians, we got, what else did I see? Valandians, we got Aserai, we got more bandits, we got Crusades. So what, do we got every troops of every fucking faction here or something? Okay, let's first things first. Let's take a look at managed town. How are we looking in terms of the upgrades that we got here? Okay, so we got ourselves a courthouse. That's good. Tier 3 courthouse even, that's also good. These are all tier 3, this is tier 3. So the mason is tier 2, the barracks are tier 2, fortifications are tier 2, marketplace tier 2. Okay. Okay, so we probably want to get started by... What we can also do is first on try to keep that loyalty high. The only way you can really do that is by not building anything. Because currently we get +5 loyalty because I got a trade here and I'm in town, so the loyalty is currently not suffering any problems. The second we leave here though, that's gonna be another issue. Entirely. So, but let's add some gold to the reserves here, so these building projects should be done with, I think 50k should be plenty. Okay, so we got 2 companions that are Imperial. So that's this guy who we just picked up. Let's see, does he have anything in terms of loyalty? Loyalty boosting. No, he don't. No, he doesn't. I think Faden was also Imperial. I'm fairly sure. Let's see. Daily security, daily chance to get tax income. Okay, he has +1 loyalty. Yeah. He's sweet talker and peasant leader. Okay. So we probably want to install one of our companions here to be a governor. So Alain was Vlaandian, I'm very sure. Yeah, he's Vlaandian. Okay. Brixkull is Sturgian. This is an imperial town, I'm fairly sure. So yeah. He's Asrai, but we also don't want to lose our engineer. So Faden the Robber, Empire. Yeah. Faden is. So Faden and Savos or Empire. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look and see what we can do with their skills, shall we? Savos. Okay. So if we want him to be a governor, I think both of them probably have very low steward, and we're going to need higher steward for them to be better governors. So that's already kind of a problem. He does not have well strapped. Okay. Let me see if we can get some better governor perks if we this is daily security or no. Let's see. Personal captain. Okay, we can do military traditions. And okay, so if we respec his one-handed, we can at the very least raise his. We can get some better perks here. Okay, let's keep looking. Okay, two-handed is fine at the moment. Okay, polearm is also fine. His range skills are too low to really affect the governor. Athletics, what can we gain here? Okay, I think we want Sweet Talker as well. Because less prisoner escape is really fucking useful. This is for Sovos. Are any of these for no? Nothing yet. Okay. So there are some improvement that we can get over here, but nothing too major. Faden, let's see what we can do here. See if we can get some. I do think he should have some governor perks over here, though. Yeah. Range troops have less wages. That's a good one. Okay. Okay, so he has a lot of wage reduction for range units. That's very good. And we can get well strapped on him, so that's another bonus to loyalty. Do we get any room for growth in athletics, maybe? On one hand, it would be kind of crappy to see Faden go, because he's a good party member, but... Oh! And he has another one over here, that's daily loyalty. So I think he already has plus 1.5 loyalty. He's an imperial character, so that's also plus 1. So he would already raise the loyalty by plus 2.5. Okay, that's very nice. That's a nice start. Let's see if we can get something in roguery with him. Personal part leader, okay. No, clan leader even. I do think we want to reset his roguery as well, because I think I saw 1 or 2 perks that I would want to change. I think that's the only thing I would change on Faden though. Because I think the other ones we already had, the ones that I wanted. So if we reset Faden's his roguery, I think he would make a very fine governor. So to the arena. Let's see. Faden the Scanning, because we want to reset his roguery. Yes. Alright, thank you. Okay, so first we want Sweet Talker on him. He already had that, mind you, but still. Deep pockets. Betting allowed in tournament. Less wages for it. Don't know if that applies to a garrison. I don't think it does. Chance of breaking into towns. Yeah, let's go for deep pockets then. In best light, partially the clan leader. He's not the clan leader, so governor, security per day. Yep. Leader. Scarface or White Lies. Governor. Or governor. Okay, what is this? Chance per day to increase relations with notable by 1, or chance to get a relation per day with a random notable in the government. Wait, what? Do both of these do the same thing? But this is 5% and this was 2%. Huh? It does seem to do the same thing, but one is 5%, one is 2%. I'm kind of confused here. 5% chance per day to increase relations with a notable by 1 in the covered settlement. Yeah. 2% chance to get relation per day with a random notable in the Is it just me or do both of these do the same thing? It's just the one is 5%. Okay, I'm really fucking confused here. But let's go for this one and partner in crime or connections. Isn't damaged by bandit troops or less trade penalty if you have a crime rating. Huh. Let's go for that one. Okay. kind of confused here. Did I already get the one that I won? I thought there was one here that also gave us more. I just misremembering that. Okay, regardless. Faden, you are going to manage this town. Let's see, where is he? Faden the robber. We should already give 1.5 for loyalty. Wait, hold on. I only see +1 loyalty. Oh, that's because I have to reset his writing. Okay, that's why. I was gonna say something is missing, and that's correct. Something was indeed missing. Faden the robber. Endurance, because that's where his writing is. Thank you. Okay, now let's try that again. That should, because he's also Imperial, he should get 2.5 increase to the loyalty. Yep. Boom. Now, mind you, this is still with our +5, but at the very least, loyalty should not be that much of a problem here. He's going to work on these things. That's going to raise his engineering as well, I'm fairly sure. We've probably got a whole bunch of stuff we can sell. Oh, we can sell salt for a shit ton here, actually. Do I even still can raise? No, no, I cannot. Okay, well that explains that. Because I made some trades earlier where I was like, how the hell am I not gaining any experience for that? Well, now I know, because I was already at the cap. Which, yeah, that adds up. Fair. Yup. Wait, what was the last one? Oh, it's a simple cat shield. Yeah. There we go. Just the smithy a little bit. Yeah, but because we can melt down a whole lot of stuff. I don't know, now that I think about it, I don't know if Faden was actually doing anything in terms of our party. Was he a scout or was it someone else? I kinda don't recall. I don't think he was actually. I think it's someone else. Oh. But let me double check that just to be sure. Oh, wait, no. We're done here. No, he was not feeling anything. Because our lovely wife is a surgeon, our Tuki the engineer is our, always our engineer, and our scout is Dorogur the outcast. Okay, very good. Righty. Do we actually have any people sitting in prison? No, we don't. Okay. Otherwise, we could take those out of prison and toss them in the toss them at the ransom brokers. Okay. For supper. Is this the one that they're trying to? Yeah, that they're trying to sing my praises. Actually, I don't mind this town because our legate is over here, our Remtor castle is over here. You know, all our territory is still nicely compacted, quite close to each other. I kind of like that. Okay, we got a decent amount of defenders currently as well. So I feel like we should not be that afraid of people attacking us at the moment. That is a caravan. Care too much about them. A lot of these parties are, at the very least for the foreseeable future, make the surrounding area a little bit safer. Didn't we have another party army forming though? Oh yeah, they're over here. 1600 against how many defenders? 400. Eek. Yeah, they're gonna run into a lot of casualties, I'm afraid. Um, So we've already taken 2 of their 5 towns this stream. They were in the process of taking this castle. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder how far our war progress is. Almost at 100% already. Yeah, if we capture this castle, I'm fairly sure that's gonna push us over 100. So normally in the past, I really kind of wouldn't worry about our war progress. What I think right now is that every time we reach 100, I feel that because at the very least that also happened with the Asrai. I think when we reached 100, we uh, we, we could push for a we could push for peace while we were getting what's it called, the tribute. And I think that that's the circumstance that the AI is waiting for before they're willing to consider peace. Now, honestly, I do think that is on paper a good system because that means that you um, should get peace when you've extended a little bit, right? And you do not overextend yourself. That is good. On the flip side, if you stay away from 100% war exhaustion, though, it means you're never getting peace. That's kind of the problem that's currently with the current system. I do think that patch that they were working on was set to address that as well. Now, if they're going to be successful with that, this is going to be another story entirely. But I think we're done over here. Let me take a look at our troops. We haven't gotten any promotions yet. So we got some more. So those forest bandits. Yep, more forest bandits. Always good. Okay. I just noticed we actually can have more people in our party now. We gained +5 compared to what we previously had. Not quite sure where that came from because these stats don't really raise anything, but maybe that's tied to your clan rating, how many fiefs you have or something like that. I vaguely remember that was a part of it, but I don't really know the specific. Holy shit, we get a lot of profit out of this place. What the fuck? Oh, that's probably because the garrison wages in Legate are way higher. Yeah. That's probably it. Brantos, and I think Ferentos was also kind of ill-suited to be a governor, but he was the only imperial governor I had at the time. And to be fair, he's doing a decent job. We have 100% loyalty over here, for example. Very nice. How is our prosperity looking? 6k. Also, I think we've been sitting at 6k for a while now. We've actually lost a bit. We were around 7k now, and granted, well, while we were dealing with Landia, they were constantly raiding our villages over here. That probably affected our yeah, prosperity over town a bit. So let me see here. I think I want to travel over here towards this army to ensure that this siege is actually happening, because I've seen them siege this one for like 3 times and they never seem to finish it. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. But maybe if we join in, maybe we'll actually manage to finally push through here. That would be nice. That would be nice. So during this war, we've captured 1, 2, let's see, 3 castles. So this would be the 4th one. That would be four castles and 2 towns. That is really damn nice. I think personally, if I have a choice in the matter, I would want to give this castle to the same guy who is in control over here. That is the Perennicos clan. But let's make our way over there. Let's see if we can help. I think that we've done enough talking and blabbering right now, and we've installed a good governor over here. Now that we left though, I do want to quickly take a look and see how the loyalty is looking, because we are gonna lose a little bit. Yeah, okay. I'm not entirely sure where it's drifting to, but I assume it's somewhere gonna be around 50, I guess. And that's a decent number. That's plenty of loyalty before we start running into problems. So let's join in here over here. Oh, they're already in the process of attacking, I think. Yeah, it seems to be it. Yeah. Okay. Can probably auto-resolve it, but let's be present at the field at least, so that way. I do think they take less casualties if we're here, even if they do have the defensive siege equipment. Yeah. Siege towers rarely ever reach the walls if you don't take care of the defensive siege equipment. Where the hell's the battering ram? That's a good question. I have no clue where the battering ram is. Oh, there it is. Yep, siege tower's dead. And I think the other one's also already dead. So we just got this battering ram to work with. So this is gonna suck. It's going to suck indeed. So long as they don't take it out completely though, we can still just get through the main gate and get in there. That should not be the end of the world. I will say though, I do feel that it's about time that they reworked sieges, because they've been kind of a mess for a long time now. And I don't think they've ever been in a position where where attacking siege armies like disable most of the defending siege equipment. I don't think so, but I mean that's the way how I, and I think every other player as well, goes about sieging places, right? It is just a safer option. You're gonna take less casualties, and you're not gonna be at a massive disadvantage. It's just that yeah, the AI never does that. Now, I will say, it also will make the game a lot harder if the AI does suddenly start to do that. Especially if you're part of a faction that is on the losing side, that is going to make the losing streak worse, no doubt. So yeah, it will be interesting to see what the changes actually do for the game, if they're going to be all positive or not. Obviously, I hope so, but I'm also a little bit skeptical on some of the changes. Because one of the changes that they wanted to make, for example, is that if, for example, currently, if you manage to do a defensive siege and you break the enemy morale and the army flees, right? That is it. Then you're done. But one of the changes that they want to make is that then they come in for another wave, and I'm like, I don't know how much I like that actually. I think that sounds like a very terrible change to me. So yeah, I don't think I got a really good angle to actually throw javelins up there. I'm gonna see if I can actually get some javelins up there, but I also don't see any people approaching with rocks though. Okay, got a little bit of dust in my face. Yeah, the only ones. Okay, so I guess we have to. Never mind, I can't actually move. I'm currently stuck, and yeah, I don't got the angle anymore. Great job, guys. Yeah, keep pushing me. Thank you. So I'm gonna need a position where I get a rock on my fucking head. Thank you, perfect. Keep moving forward, you bastards. We are going to cut our fucking way through these bloody bastards. I don't care, you have fucking plate mail, I'm punch, or it's not even plate mail, it's what's that type of armor called again? It's more layered armor. I forgot what the word was, but it's also a very good form of armor. It's not exactly plate, but it's still very good form of protection. Yeah, I really don't recall what it's called, which kind of annoys me. Indeed, die. Lamellar armor. That's the word I was looking for. Let's see, did we still got a seat? Yeah. Oh, hello. What have I found over here? Are there still defenders around here somewhere? Because I got a little bomb with their name on it.